Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight, as you can see on the screen, we are starting a brand new game, Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. I literally saw somebody on Twitch playing it, and it looked really interesting because it's kind of like an old school point and click, similar to um, the ever so popular Sierra games, Police Quest games, and King's Quest, and so on and so forth. So I decided to play it. It looked really fun. I didn't get too much into story because I didn't want to get it spoiled. But this came out in 2015, I believe. It's a game by Raw Fury. And I saw that it was on GOG for around $12.98, I believe, and I don't mind paying that, even that it's not a long if it's not a long game or not. If it is, great. If it's not, I don't care. I'm supporting an indie game, indie studio with this, so I figured, what the hell? Why not? Let's play this. It's in the style of 8-bit games back in the day, back in the late 90s. Um, you know, I'm trying to think of which ones that were detective. You had Police Quest that comes to mind. That was easy. I don't know if there's any other one that came to mind right off the bat. Um, I don't know. And I want to say sorry to all of you. I haven't really streamed much lately. In the last few weeks, I streamed maybe once or twice. It's been very, very hectic at work lately, and things happened. Adulting happened, so I kind of have to. That had priority over streaming, but hopefully I'll be able to get back into it sooner rather than later. I have a list of games that I want to play through. I just started playing Kathy Rain, but I also bought Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2 because I love the first game so much, at least the main story. What else? Um, I have Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite that I want to play. There's going to be Doom coming out soon, Doom Eternal. I'm thinking of picking that up. So there's a lot of good games coming out that I actually, well, coming out. There's a lot of good games that I want to play. Doom is one of them that's coming out. But all right, let's get the party started. Let's see how this game goes. See if the sound is okay. Let's do this a little bit longer. This one's maxed, so let's do this here. There we go. Let's see. Alright. So let's look at the options for the game. So you can have the language. Let's go speech volume all the way to the end. Music. Music I could live without. Game controls. No speech timeout. Always wait for mouse click. Whatever. So that's fine. So new game, load game. I'm assuming you'll be able to save, which is good. Alright, let's start. Already I'm loving this art style.
Hey, you.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
Drunk much?
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So, I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when I...
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out. So, I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Alright, so you get to choose some dialogue, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, he is. Was my grandfather. I really don't want to talk about it. I haven't seen him since I was a kid, a lifetime ago. Um, I guess I knew it. I knew him. I didn't know he was her grandfather, but let's go for that.
Yeah, was my grandfather. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
Good night, Eileen. Ooh, a dee 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 dee. September 25th, 1995, day 1.
Oh, God, make it stop. Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
That's very graphic. Well, let's turn it off.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate. Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
Alright, so printer.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
So keep in mind, this is in 1995. Oh my god, 15-inch desktop.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes.
I love how you can just borrow stuff. Alright, so I have a stun gun, a Zippo lighter, a pack of cigarettes, and a notebook.
I haven't written anything in it yet.
Thanks for the observation there, Columbo.
I'll write down clues in this as I find them.
It's funny how... It's a weird thing. So she says that, but she doesn't know she's going to be a detective. It says it's a detective is born, which is weird. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, so what's this? Combined notebook. No. Stun gun.
NZ500 self-defense stun gun. Fully charged.
I have a feeling I'm going to be using this at one point.
A girl can never be too safe.
True.
My trusty Zippo. Running a bit low on fuel. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me. The only thing my deadbeat dad left me.
Well, that's nice of her.
My smoke's about a half a pack. Started when I was 12 and never looked back. Pretty much the only thing keeping me sane.
Alright, what else in here can I click?
Just
Poster.
some random band poster.
Wow, you can see it from down there. Okay.
Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Indeed. When did Pulp Fiction come out? This is 1995.
Messy. Just the way I like it. Nah, I just got up.
Okay, you had to walk across the... You had to walk across the room. Alright, anyways. Electric guitar.
My electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Good times.
Okay.
Helped me get rid of my last 2 roommates.
I'm not sure how that would have gone in 1995 if she would have said that. Anyways. Dreamcatcher.
The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies.
Indeed, it is a good one. Anything else that's, phone?
Our room phone. It's got an external line.
Okay. Anything else here that I can... That's a door to go out. Poster. Okay.
Looks handcrafted. Probably something she made in woodworking class. Well, either her or one of her 12 siblings. Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Set alarm clock for Kathy. Can't have her miss the funeral. That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks. I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever. I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Indeed. It was the movie with what the hell was the name of it?
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy. Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity check. We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
I actually like the voice acting for this one.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name, Eileen Mildred Summers.
Okay.
Mildred. Oh my God, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
You seem like the given type. Ben?
Eileen makes her bed with surgical precision.
Alright, it looks like a bunk bed, but, I don't know. There are only two. Alright, I guess time to go. On to the Batmobile. Let's go. Wow, I actually really like the graphics on this. Now, keep in mind, the only reason I know how to do this is because I saw this on the stream. Different places will show up on top and you can go to them. So I know here it's a cemetery because obviously I have to go to the funeral home. But I really enjoy the road and the background and stuff like that. It's really cool. I find it really awesome, actually. Pixelated art. It's a lost art. And spam in my chat. There we go. Sorry.
Well, here we are. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule. No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Okay. I guess I'm going to the funeral, I guess.
It says, price. A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Alright.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Well, that's that. I have a feeling that I forgot to tone down.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
Miss Rain.
The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
Elizabeth Parker, January 30th, 1915 to March 18th, 1975. Eric Mitchell, March 5th, 1915 to October 4th, 1976. Stephen Cummings, November 19th, 1946 to March 26th, 1992. Lily Myers, February 23rd, 1959 to July 14th, 1975. 11. She was 16 years old.
No reason to go in there.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to talk. There's nothing else here.
Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother on my father's side. Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anna? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
I don't think... I want to try something, but I don't think it's going to work. Because I think what happened... That's a little bit better. Let's see how it is on the... There, that's a little bit better. Alright, I was actually able to fix it on the fly. Cool. Alright, back to the story. Grave.
The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet.
Okay. Anything here I can...
Conwell Springs. Looks smaller than I remember it. I never thought I'd return to this place.
Me neither, to be honest. Alright, tombstone. I already read that. Alright, I guess there's nothing left here. Back there we go.
No reason to go in there.
Okay, no reason to go in there now. David Spielman, November 14th, 1955 to February 7th, 1994. I'm sure I'm going to have to come back to this place at one point, so might as well read the names now. Stephen Cummings, I already did that. Eleanor Foy, March 18th, 1949 to November 3rd, 1989. Benjamin Hayward, June 17th, 1922, August 4th, 1979.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
It still looks saturated, actually. I thought I fixed it. Anyways, let me try that again. Filter. No. Which one did I have to do? Image, color correction, Scaling. Scroll. Yeah, looks fine there. Okay, I guess that's the best I'm gonna get it. Fortunately, it's a bit all right. Well, that's that. I still find it that I could do a little bit better. I shall get this right, people. I shall get this right. Yeah, it's a bit better. Alright. Let me know if it's too dark or if it's not dark enough or whatever. Alright. And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? You're not familiar with the concept of a lost cause, are you? No sin. But what am I supposed to do for fun?
No sin. But what am I supposed to do for fun?
Behind those words is a deep wound, a desire to belong. If you let him, Christ can fill that void.
Ugh, please don't make Christ fill my void. I'm totally not up for that.
She made that look so
The crude
dirty.
facade of a lost soul. I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
That is hilarious. So see, when there's a new place you can go, you can click. That was hilarious. That was very eerie. Well, I guess I'm at my grandmother's
Grandma,
place.
anybody home?
She's on a motorcycle and it's raining. I'm assuming she'd be wet. But apparently, according to this game, she doesn't get wet. She's like Marty McFly when he has that automatic suit that dries everything up. Alright, so what do I have now? I have this, I have this. Oh, I have a brochure.
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. The logo stands out, but other than that, it's just the usual church mumbo-jumbo. Washing away your sins, salvation, blah, blah. There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever feel like getting my God on. Huh. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day. I have no idea why this isn't at the bottom of the closest trash can yet. Maybe because it looks like it could serve as half-decent toilet paper. Not that I need yet another reason for the Lord to strike me down. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley.
That was brown.
Nice black leather coat.
Okay.
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently. Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think.
Okay.
Huh. Never seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
Table lamp. Let's look at the table lamp.
A small table lamp. a small table lamp. These should come in handy when I need to make calls. It's a phone book, Conwell Springs County.
Apparently it's a small county, but that's a pretty thick book there. I think it's a textbook phone book from the 1990s.
I should be able to use this for looking up phone numbers of people or places in town.
Now, it's amazing how times have changed. At one point, you had to pay for it, for a phone book. Then after that, it was free. Then after that, it got smaller and smaller. Now you don't really need it anymore, really. And I don't know if anybody remembers in their neck of the woods, but I know here in Montreal, or at least in Canada, you had like phone star 67 to, I think it was star 69 was to find the last person that called you, and star 67 was to mask your phone number when you called somebody. And the only people that used to have a masked phone number were people that had private lines. And I think, yeah, that's about it. There was a bunch of other stars, but I don't remember what they meant. Anyways, I don't have anybody to call.
Just a phone. Must be a popular model. We have the same one at the dorm.
There's no reason for me to dial the dorm room. Alright, photo.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed.
Indeed.
It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner. Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
Anything else? Window.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window.
Sure.
Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff.
This does not look like dogs fighting, unless that meant military planes. Because that looks like military planes. Okay, so that's to go upstairs. That's the upstairs. Alright.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about.
I really like the voice acting in this one.
So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Hey, Wasteland. I'm here, Spooky the Cat, and I are watching you play this, and I'm gonna start making dinner in a bit. Alright, cool. I hope you like old-fashioned point and clicks, because that's what this is what it is. Basically, to give you, I just started the game tonight, so the main premise of the story is essentially, this takes place in 1995. I'm a student in college, I believe. I guess I live in a dorm, so I'm assuming I'm a student. And the actual full name of this, the full name of the game is Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. So I'm not actually a detective out of the box or a sleuth or anything. My grandfather just died. I just ended up in the funeral, and I just came back now to talk to my grandmother. So that's where I am right now. I've just been pointing and clicking and looking at stuff and trying to get more information in. So, yeah. To tell the truth, you had her committed to a mental institution. Avoid the subject, no reason to bring it up now.
Mom is... I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what?
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first, all dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word, forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
So, in all of her rebelliousness, she does have a heart. So she does have a touchy-feely side, or a fuzzy side to her, which is good. But I really like her attitude in this. It's actually pretty fun.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. What did the doctors say? What about the police back? All right. Post-traumatic stress disorder?
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
What did the doctors say?
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
What about the police?
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
Okay.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Mind if we talk for...
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Something was off about that priest. I don't know what it is, but there was something not right about that priest. There's going to be a twist somewhere. I don't know. I really don't know. This is my first playthrough. It's a blind playthrough. I don't really know much other than just the beginning. There's something with that priest, I'm sure. All right.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Let's investigate this room.
A robust piece of wooden furniture.
Acute. Sure, what are you making? I had some homemade pasta with bolognese. So, that was what I had for dinner. Food is good. Hope that work is doing well for you. Hope that you're not too tired. I saw you streamed last week. Or at least I think so. Oh, nice. Minestrone. Minestrone. Nice. That is always good. And well, I don't know how it is down there, but here in Montreal, we're getting about 50 centimeters of snow, which is roughly 25 to 30 inches of snow. Yeah, I bet you are. Working so much.
A robust piece of wooden furniture.
Okay.
I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s. Planes, planes, and more planes.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Planes, planes, and more planes. That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think. Some woman dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair.
Booze.
Expensive-looking scotch. That thing has been standing there forever.
Booze, 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 booze.
Huh. It would be kind of funny to see her reaction, but no.
Alright.
There's nothing quite like the suit.
Bookshelf.
A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it.
Before, anybody that used to have a bookshelf like this used to have the full collection of an encyclopedia, either Britannica or New World encyclopedias. Everybody had those. Coffee table.
Grandma has prepared some tea for us.
Yay.
Nah, I'm more of a coffee gal.
I understand you. I completely
Nice
understand
leather
you.
chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing.
Alright, so there's nothing here. In my note, all I have is the incident.
I'll write down clues in this as I...
Okay. I guess my next step is to go to the police station. Alright. To the police station. Let's go! Nice riding in the rain. I really like the graphics of this game. It's really, really fun. It's really cool. And yes, the retro TV review that I did a few weeks ago is Night Court with Judge Harry T. Stone and Bull and Dan Fielding. Old school. Alright, let's go to the police station. Alright, let's see what I can click here.
Not their peak hours, it seems.
Well, thank you there.
Land of the free.
Hey, Sheriff, what's the deal with
A
that
bunch
bum?
of cops lining up for a
bum?
photo.
The one in the cell.
Oh, I thought it was with you.
Well, shit.
A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe.
So there's a deputy sheriff and there's a sheriff. Both don't know that there's a bum that's in their cell in lockup. That's nice.
A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in
okay,
Europe.
I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good.
Various
We're gonna have to
notices
cancel
and a
lunch
wanted
today.
poster.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
Might be something useful in
If you
there.
say so, boss.
I think he'd object. Fax machines, the pinnacle of modern technology.
when fax machines were a thing of modern technology. Wow. Okay.
Some young cop. Looks a bit familiar. Hi.
Hello.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really quite busy at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
My reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
You have no clue who he is. Pretend to recognize him. I may need to get his help at one point. Should I use my sex appeal and ability to lie and deceive people? Or do I go the honest truth? Let's go with the honest truth. I'm somebody that's mischievous, but she is mischievous, but she is truthful to herself, so.
I'm drawing a blank.
Really? You don't remember us playing when we were little kids?
Not really. Sorry, buddy.
Darn. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
I wanted to ask if you know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
I don't see how those things work together. A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably.
Yeah, that's what I just did before. Okay, let's go see the sheriff.
Lenny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her a gift.
Gift? Like what? I don't really know your mother.
For Christ's sakes, all moms are the same. Just use your imagination. I'm expecting something nicely wrapped on my desk by the end of the week.
I always used to hate people like
Okay,
that.
boss.
Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so those must be elsewhere. A photo of the sheriff shaking hands with some bald guy in a suit.
I love how
Probably the mayor. It's always the mayor.
I love how he doesn't acknowledge that I'm in the office.
Just some photo. I can't see it clearly from here. Just some photo. That must be the sheriff. He looks grumpy.
Indubitably. So grumpy, he doesn't want to go buy a gift from his mom.
Hey, Sheriff?
Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really. Make it quick.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
He had a stroke in the woods. That's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
Police report.
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not. They're official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
Oh, come on, Sheriff. What's the big deal? But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something? Lenny, I'm a little help here.
But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something?
You consider yourself family? I've never even seen you before in this town.
It's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention illegal. Handing out evidence to anyone who asks for it.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Too much coffee? Try not to pop a vein.
You want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine. I guess somebody's a winner.
Okay, let's go see what else is in this place.
Not sure where those doors lead. I should go check it out.
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
A jail cell. Looks cramped. If I ever feel the urge to clean, I'll know where to go. Huh, very funny. Looks like an incarcerated bum.
That's the bum that nobody knows what the fuck he's doing.
Hey.
What? I can't hear you.
Hey.
What? I can't hear you.
No wanted posters. I'm disappointed. What a tiny TV.
You can see those. You see those offices with a small TV in those old movies and TV shows.
Nice. That was getting annoying.
All right, let's get talking to him.
Hey.
Hi there.
What is he in for?
So, why'd they put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob. But that doesn't mean it was any less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns at grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
So, why'd they put you in that cell?
Is
that...
Yeah,
that
to be fair, but that does...
I think
You're right.
So they don't remove the bullet point.
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10
Hey,
says you
YG, how's
do.
it going?
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9.
15.
8.
Fine, 10.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I doing again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how you do it, as long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay then, let me know when.
Will do.
I'm pretty good. I decided I haven't really streamed much lately. I've been pretty busy with work, doing a lot of overtime and stuff, and I just get drained when I'm home, so I haven't really had time to stream. The last few times I ended up playing Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, and I decided to play this game, which I randomly found on YouTube, and I saw somebody play it for like 5 minutes, which the first 5 minutes of the game, and I got caught in the let me save the game actually. I got caught with the visuals, the 8-bit look of it, the fact that it's a point and click similar to Police Quest. So I was like, you know what? Why not? It's not a game that everybody likes to... I saw somebody else on Twitch streaming it, somebody that I follow, but I haven't really looked at it, so I don't know what the story was. To give you a premise, the name of the game is actually Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. Basically, she's a college student, and her grandfather dies, and she tries to figure out why he died, basically. And I'm just at the beginning of the game, so I haven't really done anything. I just started getting clues right now. So I went to speak to my grandmother at her house, got some clues there. Now I'm at the police station trying to get some stuff, so that's it.
An axe, a sledgehammer, and some other heavy tools. Brilliant idea to leave those lying around next to evidence lockers and locked cells. Too heavy to carry around, and too noisy to use in here without getting caught.
So why is it there? Why is it there? This really reminds me a lot, at least from the graphical interface part of things. Police Quest 2, Police Quest 3. Police Quest 3 was more from a top-down level, which is a little weird. So it's kind of a mixture of the graphics of Police Quest 3 and the playability or the way that it plays from Police Quest 2. I have a feeling that there's one of those games was the influence to this one, which is actually pretty cool. Now, I have no clue if that's true or not. I'm just going by suspicion. There were a lot of other games at the time, but I'm pretty sure these were inspired. This one in particular was inspired by some kind of Sierra game.
A computer monitor. Probably recovered stolen goods. There's no way small-town cops would be that up-to-date with the modern world.
True. Oh, it is. It's definitely... It's in the description. It's a point-and-click adventure game. So, yeah. How's it going, Kenny? Oh, welcome to the stream. It seems I randomly just lost all my viewers, which is awesome. Oh, sweet. You've had such bad luck with your internet, man. Been following that. It must be super... I'm frustrated for you.
They look sturdy enough. Wouldn't be able to break them open without taking my time and making a lot of noise. If I ever need to find evidence, I'll know where to look.
Well, that's unique. Anything here? No, there's nothing here. Alright. That's okay. You know, we've all gone through that phase where internet companies would be... Now, to be all honest... Yeah, it was pretty bad. Here in Canada, it's not too bad. The company that I have, they're expensive, but they're actually pretty good. But in the States, it's like, it really varies from area to area. It's really bad. Unless you're one of the lucky ones that has Google Fibe. I guess I'm supposed to go out here?
Hey, the jail is off limits. You shouldn't be in there.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
Ah, what now?
Okay, I have to make this quick. Might be something you...
Alright, let's look in it. Hey, Kimmy, how's it going? Been a
I see
while.
a bunch of keys to the evidence lockers. I could take one, but I need to know what I'm looking for first. Lots of police reports, organized alphabetically by the looks of it.
I'm just pointing and clicking
Okay,
at this point.
let's have a
Good.
look.
I'm good. Alright. Okay. August 16th, 1981, 11:40 p.m. An individual was encountered on the side of the dirt road a few miles from Conwell Springs, blindly walking forward with his eyes wide open. The subject was identified as Joseph Rain. He did not respond when touched or spoken to. He appeared to be dirty from head to toe and wet to his knees. Mr. Rain was fiercely clutching a small tape recorder complete with tape. Being cooperative, he could be led into a squad car and transported back to town. 08/16/81, so August 16th. 12:25 p.m. I'm assuming this is a mistake. This should be... Chronologically, that doesn't make sense. Unless this was... This is weird. Anyways. Picked up Mrs. Rain and brought her along with Mr. Rain to the emergency room at the community clinic. Yeah, so this should be AM, not PM. August 17th, 1981, 8 a.m. Upon routine inspection of the patrol car, a tape recorder was found discarded on the back seat, filed as evidence in locker number 5. Well, that seems to be fine.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder.
Alright, so I guess now...
Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5. Got it.
Alright, let's save. Yeah, that was a typo. Let's shave. 2. Whoops. 2. Alright.
Lanny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
Like, those guys are so blind. It's not even funny. I'm just walking around.
A jail cell.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
Hi there.
Okay,
See ya.
Okay, the conversation doesn't change. Oh well.
all right, got it. If I ever need to find out, I'll need a key.
But I thought I had the key. Oh. Wait, I thought I had the key. Wait a minute. Yeah. Upon routine inspection, tape recorder found number 5. Okay. Resume. Okay, let's go listen to the tape recorder then. I guess I have the... I thought she did.
They look sturdy enough. Wouldn't be able to break them open without taking my time and making a lot of noise.
Well, there's an inventory here. These are stretched. There's nothing else beyond this.
A jail cell. Hey.
Sure.
Good.
Okay, let's try this again.
Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Turn to black.
Here we go again.
All right.
I got the key already. I don't think I need to mess with that anymore.
Well, what's the fucking point? How the fuck did I open the locker? What's the key for?
Those lead to the...
Okay, let me see if... There has to be something here.
I shouldn't mess around with the recorder in here. They might notice that I took it.
Okay. This is weird. Yeah, but if that's the case...
I should use this time to poke around. I should use this time...
Okay.
Fax machine. I already got the report. Nah, I should use...
Okay, there's something I missed here.
Might be something useful. It's Lenny's phone. Might be useful somehow.
Yeah, there's nothing useful here. Okay, there's something really stupid that I'm doing that I'm not doing properly. This is stupid.
I got the key already. I don't think I need to mess with that anymore.
Really? To look at the board, I had to go all around? Really?
Various notices and a wanted poster. Various notices...
Okay, clearly you're not doing anything here.
Might be something... Fax machines.
Then just get glasses.
Lots of police reports. Or
Okay, so I got this, so that's fine. I'm probably missing something, but... Alright, so now that I have this...
I don't see how those...
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
That's actually going to be hard to do, because this takes place in 1995.
I just don't want her to worry. Closer to finding the...
That's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's go in the living room. Let's speak to...
Oh, hello, dear.
Let's speak to Grandmama. Right. Let's see what she has to say about things.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
She's been drinking the same tea forever.
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
Alright.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Really? Well then.
Nothing. The bulb must be burned out.
Are you fucking serious? If this is what I have to do, this is stupid. This is very stupid. The only reference in the whole time that I was here of a light bulb is this fucking lamp over here. This is fucking stupid. How the hell are you supposed to figure that out?
Free light bulb. Score.
Like, they literally give you one clue to this. This is so stupid. Stupido.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Well, yeah.
The bulb looks
Oh, yeah.
burned out. I'll have...
Yeah, yeah. Okay. No, it's this thing over here. Wait, go here. Thank you. Why doesn't it... This is annoying. Oh, really?
There we go.
All right. Hey, let there be light. All right.
Various books and office supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, like, it wasn't this. So if you took this, like, say I took that, it's that little arrow that has to point to that particular thing. It's not going over. That's where I screwed up.
Decades-old coffee. Lovely.
Nothing like a little mold on your cup.
Yeah. I'm good, thanks.
I thought you were a coffee woman.
A thick book about math.
That's what she said. Heh. Well, I apparently can take this. Read math book. Alright. Infinite numbers. Pi. Fibonacci numbers. And prime numbers. Okay. That seems a little...
Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it.
Okay. What else here? Stairs. Okay, there's a briefcase. There's nothing else here that I can click on? Drawers.
Might be something useful in there.
Why, thank you.
Nothing.
Please come again.
Empty.
It is the definition of point and click, that's for sure. Because you have to point and you have to click. Let me know if the picture quality is good. See if it's like too dark or whatever. There's a combination. Okay, there's a combination to this. Alright. So, I think it was... No. It's not combine I want to do. I want to examine it.
Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
I'm missing something.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I just don't want her to worry. Note to self.
Okay, so...
Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
Three red violets, 1 blue thing, and 2 yellow tulips. So that's 3, that's 1, and that's 2, that equals to 6.
I've been working on my research. Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
Two, 3, 5. 1. Son of a poops.
Note to... I've been working on my research. Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a
1
blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
Because I don't know if that's part of the thing and the other ones are the other 2, or that's just the number that leads me to the math book. So 3 red roses, so that would be 2, 3, 5. 1, 3, 1.
Yes!
Shit, it actually worked. Go fuck, man. I did not think I was gonna get that. Oh my god. How the fuck did I figure that out?
A leather briefcase.
Is there anything I can click on here? Nope, except for an envelope.
A thick yellow envelope.
Why, thank you, Sherlock. You are a beacon of perception. It's my years of training playing Police Quest. Where I got stuck for hours and days in one particular spot. When I used to first play those games. That was super freaking nuts. Alright, I guess.
It's the envelope I found in the briefcase.
Okay.
Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside.
Hey, I got a key.
Looks overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white.
Well, I can see it. At least I can see it this time. The other one, I don't know what I picked up. So, I don't know. Micro cassette, attic. Alright, so let's do this.
Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941. Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this. Standard microtape labeled answering machine. It should play fine in Mr. Dicto. The tape I found in the briefcase. It seems that it was used in an answering machine at some point.
I used to have that back in the day. And I used to run out of space all the time. Because you can put like, I don't know, 3-4 messages on there. It was El Nutso. I don't know how you're supposed to take this and put that in here.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
Sounds depressed.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
The fuck? That was violent.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
I love the fact that she got stuck on the word cocky, but yet Violet message where they said never call us back didn't spark any interest. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I guess there's nothing else in here. I guess I would have to ask my grandmother what everything meant.
Oh, hello, dear.
Oh, hello! Let's talk to Grandma, you know what I mean?
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
That's a sad story. I actually, for an 8-bit game, I actually appreciate the character development in here. It's actually not too bad. At least you kind of feel for the people as you're going along, and I'm still at the beginning, so, you know, at least you kind of feel something for them. Unlike some games where you're just like pointing, clicking, and it's like, I don't give a rat's ass.
Do you know anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. It was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
When I was at the cemetery looking at all the names, there was one that I actually calculated the years, and it was 16. I don't know why, it's the only one. Some of them were 25, some of them were younger, some of them were older. But I remember when it was 16, it's the one that's right beside the Price Mausoleum. So that's probably her name. I don't remember what her name is, but I probably have to find it out. So,
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
so I would have to call the Air Force, because I don't have it on my map. So there's a few things I would have to get. So I would have to find the name of the drowned teen girl. And I have to call the Air Force Base. Alright. So let's
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Alright, let's save this because I have no clue what I'm doing is right. Grandma 2. Alright. Well, there's a useful book.
These should come in handy when I need to make calls.
Thank you. Which I do have to make calls now. Why would I want to think about the book?
I should be able to use this for...
Well, yeah.
All right, got it. No result for that. Nope, couldn't find it.
Okay.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well renowned all around the country. In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand. Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Savior Myers, trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former chief mechanic here, the late Niles Bloom.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson. I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
Okay.
Do you recognize the aviator call sign, Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
The billionaire? He was stationed at McConnell?
He was, up until the point when he founded Wade Industries in the 60s.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help you with?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you can make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
But what if it was a matter of life and death?
Ma'am, if you're in a life-threatening situation, I suggest you call 911.
Okay, but how about if it's his life? And I find it odd that she pleads as if, like, you call a government agency and you're like, oh, please help me. They're gonna freaking help you. Yeah, that was a bad tactic. I would have probably got arrested for being impersonating an officer if I chose option number 2, and give up number 3 was going to give me nothing anyway. So basically it all leads to the same thing.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. This pile of metals weighs more than my car.
I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made General if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was just guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts. All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
So, I gotta find the name of the girl, right? This girl.
Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will talk to you one way or another.
One way or another, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk one way or another.
There has to be a way to find out who she was. I know when she died. Maybe that can help somehow. I don't have anything to say about that.
Alright, so let's save it here. Okay, let's go back to the cemetery. I have to say it again. I really love the look and feel of this game. I know I'm an old school guy and I like these types of things. So this is the tombstone I was talking about.
All right, this is the right date. Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family.
All right.
I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone.
All by myself on somebody else's grave. All by myself. All right.
A little boy, maybe 5 or 6 years old.
In the rain with no umbrella, no jacket, shorts. That great parenting right there.
Hey, kid.
Hi, yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
The grave is brimming with flowers. I'm gonna find out what happened to you, Grandpa. I promise.
All right.
I never thought... Conwell Springs. Looks...
Okay. So I actually found out, that's completely by luck, I found this one.
It says, Price.
Thank you, you could read.
A family mob. No reason to go.
Alright, well, I don't know what to do with this. Is there anything significant to do with this boy?
I should go look for his mother.
I don't know if she's dead. Stephen Cummings. David. Eleanor Foy. Benjamin Howard. Anne Blackwell. I'm assuming if I hit one that's right. Ernest Johnson. Well, it's definitely not that. What the hell?
I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone.
Okay. there's nothing.
I shouldn't leave while...
Okay. Well. Hey, Foxy, how's it going? What's this one again? Roy Rundell. No, it's definitely not that. Eleanor Foy. So it's either Eleanor Foy or Anne Blackwell, because I can't do anything else. Lily Myers is the kid that drowned. Disappeared.
Kid?
The kid disappeared.
Guess he found his mom.
Or he's a ghost, or he disappeared like a fart in the wind. We don't know. Like, how can you not see a kid leaving? It's not as if the cemetery is that fucking huge. Seriously. I know I'm overthinking it. I know. But I'm thinking he's a ghost. I was actually thinking just now, I think the last... I have to go back to her residence. Or maybe I didn't have to, actually. I could have gone to the police station. Let's go to the police station. There's no need to be there now.
Lenny Marks. Sure, he's cute, but no.
Well, at least she thinks a little bit more highly of him than before.
Hey, Sheriff. What's the deal with that bum?
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Okay.
Hey, Lenny, could you check the files for a police report? A girl who drowned around here, Lily Myers?
I'd love to help, Kathy, but you better check with the sheriff first.
Fine, I'll do that. Nah, I don't want to.
Okay, so I guess there's nothing on here.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Na na na.
I don't need to ask.
Okay.
Do you know anything about a drowning here in 1975? Young girl named Lily Myers?
That case was handled by Truman. I wasn't involved.
Okay. Like, you can't pull a fucking report out of your ass?
I don't need to ask him that. Do you know anything about a drowning here?
That case was handled
by Truman.
That's all for now.
Good.
All right.
Lenny Marks. Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Hey, Lenny, could you...
I'd love to help, Kathy, but...
Fine, I'll do... Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hey, do you mind if I use this phone here?
Sorry, that's not allowed.
Are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Ah. God damn it. I did find a key here, though. So
how's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Let me see if the key is
okay,
good
I
for
guess.
this.
Maybe halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Yeah, so I have a key. I don't need any distractions. Is the key for this now?
I'll need a key.
I thought I had a key. Alright.
That combination makes no... That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay, can I walk towards the fucking thing? Well, I guess the key is not for this. I take it.
I wonder what this unlocks. It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. I don't see how those things work together. I don't see how...
Okay, so there's definitely something...
If I ever need to find evidence...
Well, that's that. I guess I have to go back to my grandmother's. And call the family...
Hey, Kathy, wait.
What?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we could eat the food together?
No, God, no. Absolutely not. Actually, I'd rather eat a foot. Those are amazing choices. Should I go? No. God, no. Absolutely not. Let's go the easiest of the whole bunch.
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay. See ya.
Well, that was a maybe. Alright, let's go here. Let me go into my grandmother's house where she doesn't know while she sips tea in her frickin'... Yeah, she said maybe, which was not a no.
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
Well, Lily Myers is not a full name?
Nope, couldn't find it. Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way. No result for that. I got that number.
There's no one here. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's see if Grandma has any news. She's been drinking that tea forever.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
What can you tell me about Charles Wade?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
With the amount of
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh, not that I know of.
She knows something, she just doesn't want to say it. Yes, and apparently with the amount of tea that she's drinking, she should be pissing every 5 minutes. But that's besides the point. Alright.
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
Whoa, she killed herself. That's news to me.
Oh, that girl had been troubled for years. Truman made an official statement later. It was no accident.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
Okay, so they said Lily Myers. I need the full name. That is the fucking full name. Ah. Alright. The minestrone was good. Cool. What did you make the base with?
I don't see a reason to ask.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck to do now.
I don't see a reason to.
Okay.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
You'll still be sipping that fucking tea. Alright, let's see if I can find anybody with that name.
She's been dead for... All right, found an address.
Nice. I found an address, so I guess there's an address that got added. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Coin Up! Welcome to the stream. Friday night, playing Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. Saw somebody playing this, and I found the artwork to be really cool. And it's a point and click similar to Police Quest. I think the last one I played was Murder Soul Suspect. It was actually not that bad. It wasn't that bad. Had its flaws, but it wasn't that bad. Alright, so let's save. Grandma 3. Watch it be Grandma that killed him. That'd be funny. That'd be hilarious. Hilarious. I'm assuming there's a new location that got opened up. Yes, there is. Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's all good, Coin. Thanks for passing by. Really appreciate it. By the way, thank you to everyone that's watching right now. Kenny, Wasteland, Coin Up, Foxy, YG, if you're still here. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me on a Friday. I know I haven't streamed much lately. The Catmobile. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to all you guys. Love the support. You guys rock.
It's the Catmobile, my custom chopper bike. Plenty of gas in the tank.
Well, there's certainly no gas station, so I can't really gas it for you.
She was born a 76 Corley Motors, but there aren't many original parts left. Took me a couple of years to make her perfect.
Oh yeah, I know you were lurking. You mentioned that to me before. I meant to everyone else watching. Oh wait. No, that's not what I want. Clicked on the wrong button. I went back on the road to go back. I went back to the driveway to come back. Awesome. Freaking phenomenal. Alright. Alright, is there anything here?
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
Well, that's fucking dark.
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Oh, by design? I don't know. It's her custom bike.
It's totally overflowing with cigarette butts.
Well, you know, it is 1995. Smoking is at an all-time high.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know. I can see someone moving inside.
Okay, this is lake, so there's nothing here.
55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully.
For those that are Canadian or British, I think that is 12 degrees Celsius. I think.
It doesn't belong to me. I don't want to take it without a good reason.
So why do you give it a fucking reason anyways? So there's somebody that's a chain smoker. And I happen to have cigarettes on me. So I have a feeling that we have something in common, and I'm gonna need it.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye. Huh, you again.
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Corley Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
I knew I had to use them.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
And you throw a cigarette in the lake, and then what a fat
Now,
kid.
this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy.
She just called him fat.
Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem.
I'm gonna save this because I don't know what the fuck is gonna do there. Lake. Alright. Yeah, I know.
Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
Keep in mind, this takes place in 1995, not current day. The game came out later. The game came out in 2016, but this game takes place in 95.
It's Nathan, Sue's mentally disabled son. What you doing, big fella?
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
Nah, he's stuck in his own little world.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
I don't need to ask her about that. Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
I don't need to ask her about that. Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
Wow, okay.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
There's something about this family that gives me an X-Files vibe. I don't know why. Just, there's something weird.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces looked like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5 $1,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks. I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
It's an early painting by Lily Myers. Elk, by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods. I can smell something cooking. I can smell something. Nah, he's stuck in his own little world.
Okay. I have a feeling he's gonna have something to do with it. The big red man. That has to be a clue somewhere. However, I have to find a phone that save game, like where I'm gonna have to call the art collector. But how the hell am I supposed to go and find an art collector? Huh. Alright, well. Let's get to the Batmobile and let's go. Let's go back to my grandmama's.
No result for that. Nope, couldn't find it. No result for that.
Okay, when I don't know something, I ask my grandmama. And she's still gonna be sipping on that tea.
Oh, hello.
Looks like the rain finally.
Man.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk.
Bye, Kathy.
So I don't have to talk to her. Okay. Let's try the police station. Probably gonna stop streaming soon, anyways. But I'm curious where I have to go.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to. Well, gotta go.
Okay.
See ya.
He's gonna ask me out again? Nope. Alright. I don't know where this is gonna lead. And I still haven't seen that creepy priest since the beginning. I have a feeling he has something to do with it. Everybody is shady except for my grandma.
No reason to go. I'm gonna find out.
Okay, so I have no clue what okay, so let's do this. Photo of soldiers. Actually, I never...
Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday, the girl is... The notice is dated...
Actually, I forgot to do something. Yeah, but I can't find Wade. I have to find a way of doing, but there's something I forgot to ask my grandmama. Come on. I forgot to ask my grandmother something very important. At least I think it's my grandmother. If not, it's the cops. But you always go to family first before you go to the cops. That's my thought process.
Mind if we talk?
No.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. It was the saddest thing. The girl was only 16 years old. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember their names?
Let me think. I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's quite all right, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always deeply affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family to ease their pain. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Okay. Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university. Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Well, that's useful.
I found this book in the attic. Recognize it?
Oh, yes. I bought it for Joseph's birthday once. He was always fascinated by numbers. He believed that math could explain everything in this world.
He was a man of science. There's no denying that.
Indubitably. Indubitably.
I got the dictaphone already. I don't think there's anything else in there I need to mention to her. Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape recorder?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times. It helped him remember things.
Okay, so I think I know what I have to do.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
I forgot to do one thing. I think. I forgot to show those pictures to that... to confirm that was Charles Wade. Come on.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
Jeez, that's a bit of a change.
Nah, he's stuck.
Okay.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5 grand in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue, thanks. Ugh, Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade. I'd rather just ask her about her daughter directly. No reason to show her that. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
Okay. Don't have to give me attitude, woman.
No reason to No reason. It was fun the last time, but nah.
Alright, so...
So, Charles Wade was the one who bought those paintings from you?
Yep. Like I said, he gave me $5,000 for Lily's paintings. If you want to know his reasons, you're gonna have to ask the man himself.
I don't need to ask her. Mind telling me what Lily was like?
I'd be when Lily, we didn't on from that day when she, I think.
I don't need to ask. Do you know anything about what happened?
Stroke, wasn't it?
No. I think I'm gonna head off now.
Alright, so that's that.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
I just don't know what to do anymore for that.
Nice view of the lake from here. It's an early painting.
What do I do next? So she confirmed that the guy was... So I put the correlation together. Next, I'm going to go to the police station and show the picture. Let's see what he has to say about these things.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
Hey, Lenny, do you remember anything about a girl drowning around here?
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about that. I was like 6 at the time, though.
Do you remember her name?
Oh, man. Not really. I was so little. I think it was something with an L. Linda? Laura? Something like that.
Lily?
I'll keep looking.
Lily?
I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I don't want to show him. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Let's see where this leads.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind? Do you know anything about a drowning here in 1975? The victim was a young girl.
You have a memory problem? I told you I haven't. Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
Sorry, you know.
He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men.
Well, might as well ask him.
I don't want to show.
Okay, so...
I don't need to ask him that. That's all for now.
Good.
I don't know what to do anymore. Alright,
Hey, Sheriff? What's the deal with that bum?
You're still asking about that fucking bum?
Hey, Lenny.
Buddy.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really.
I don't want to show him that. I don't want to show him. I don't want to. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Is there anything in here that I didn't fucking do?
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
Hey, real life, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
A jail cell. Looks cramped.
Can I talk to him about anything?
Hey.
Hi there.
Okay.
See ya.
Yeah.
I don't see how those things work together.
Okay.
If I ever need to find... I'll need a key.
I need a key, but I have a key, and it says that it's not the right thing. Go fuck yourself. Alright. And by the way, Wasteland, you were correct. I really don't know what to do anymore.
I think he'd object. A bunch of cops lining up for a photo.
Laney, I need you to do something.
I do not
How
know
can I
what,
help
next,
us?
what I have to do next.
It's my mother's birthday.
Maybe it's a sign. It's a sign that I should stop for the night. So she was able to identify who that is. The only place I didn't go back is the fucking cemetery. With that random kid.
No reason to go. I don't see how those things work.
Well, I guess that's not something that works together. This game came out, I think, in 2016. It's by Raw Fury, called Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. It's in the style of those old Sierra games from the 1990s. The way I compare it is it's the graphics or similar graphics to Police Quest 3, but with the point of view of Police Quest 2. Very similar. When you go from point A to point B, you don't actually drive or anything. It just takes you from point A to point B. The graphics are Police Quest 2. They're more cartoony, but that's why it's the graphics of Police Quest 3. At least I think it's the Sierra suite of games that are the inspiration for this. Either King's Quest, Police Quest, anything that's from Sierra that was Quest, Space Quest, similar idea. It's a traditional point and click game. It's actually pretty good. It's so far I've liked it. Just now I'm stuck. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Hooked on Corley's. Sure. I got an achievement. By the way, this is only for PC. This is not on console. Obviously, because it's called a point and click. You can't point and click on a console. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. And I think it's because I'm too tired. So I think I may actually call it quits for tonight. That's where I came from anyway, so it doesn't matter. You actually have different languages, which is actually pretty impressive. Quick game, yes. There we go. Alright guys, I want to say thank you so much for passing by. I'm done for tonight. My brain is fried. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, so, and plus we had a snowstorm and I've been shoveling all day. So I'm a little bit tired. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you to everyone that passed by. Thank you, Wasteland, for passing by, spending time during your meal. The most important meal of the day. I know everybody says it's breakfast, but I say it's dinner. Real Life Dinosaur, thanks for, it's just brief. You came at the minutes of my stream. Thanks for passing by, buddy. Thanks for the support as well. YG, thank you as well. Coinop, Kenny, Foxy. I think that's it. I don't think there was anybody. Kimmy passed by before. She hadn't been in my stream in a long time. Thank you to everyone that passed by tonight. It means a lot to me. I know I haven't streamed much lately. I'm going to try and stream a little bit more. Obviously, I'm playing a game that's going to take more than one sitting. So I have a few games that I'm interested in to play. There's this one. There was Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2. I finished the first game last week, so I'm playing this now. I'm going to play the second one. I actually bought it. I want to play Bioshock 2 and whatever else is coming out. I'm interested in Doom as well, so I'm probably going to be playing that as well when it comes out. So that's it. That's my plan. Thank you so much, guys, for passing by. I really, really, really appreciate it. I love you guys. As you know, you can follow me on Twitter at CorporateGamer9. I'm on Corporate Gamer on Instagram and on Facebook. You can go to aroundtable.ca where you can read my reviews. I didn't update my Nightbot, but the last review that I did was for Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. My last TV review or retro review for entertainment was Night Court from 1984 with Harry T. Stone and Harry Anderson. And the cast of characters that was Night Court. And if you guys like it, you guys can subscribe on my channel. I have some great few people that have been following and subscribing for a long time now. Thank you. Wasteland, Real Life Dinosaur. YG hasn't subbed, but he has donated, as you can see on the screen. So any support helps. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and see you next time. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next, to be honest, but I'm going to try and make it as much as possible another time, at least this weekend, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you, have a wonderful evening, and I shall see you next time. Thanks, guys. Till next time.